Welcome to RSFFL Live. I'm your host, Robert Harris, and I'm very excited for a great Week 11 that we have upon us. Guys, we're 3 weeks away. We're 3 weeks away from that coveted tournament that we're all been planning for and been drafting for, and then just been practicing, working hard for. It's almost here, guys. Unfortunately, it's only invite only. And only 8 guys are going to get that invitation out of 12 in this league. So good luck to everyone who is still trying to be a part of that. But as we always do to start out the show, let's give a lovely shout out to our great sponsors. As we do every week, our title sponsor, Youth Passing League, YPL, we thank you guys for everything you've done for us. Once again, we're bringing the guys back in for Breeze. There's some guys really stinking it up, man. I personally don't want to be a part of. So when I see some stinkers out there, man, hey, we got to spray that Febreze, man, and clean that air. All right? I want to thank the lovely guys over at Nike Fuel, man. I can't say enough. Can't say enough what they've done for the coaches cadets. We've won 17 out of 18 games. But it's not about us, man. We really appreciate all the support we've been getting from our fans and from our great sponsors. Another special shout out to Double Cross Vodka. Those guys came back. There's some guys who are really struggling. Those long, late Sunday, Monday nights, man. I'm sure that they need a good shot. So next time you guys are, feeling down, Double Cross Vodka. All right, let's get started with our show. As we always do, we get our show started out with the high rollers and cellar dwellers. I'm always a positive guy. I like to shout out the guys who are doing great things. So let's give a special shout out. We're regulars here. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I know a lot of guys don't like that we're regulars here, but let's give a shout out to the coaches cadets with another being in a high roller once again. Last week we had 167 points. I want to give a special shout out to, excuse me, let me get back here. And while I'm looking to get these stats, another special shout out to the Aaron Foster Care. And that's going to be, we'll talk about that later, but the coaching cadets and Aaron Foster Care are going to be matched up this week. But the coaching cadets last week, they had 4 guys over 29 points, was led by our leader, Peyton Manning. Congratulations. We also had Pierre Thomas with 29, Brandon Marshall and A.J. Green with 33 apiece. There's nothing wrong with that, I'll tell you that. And let's look at Aaron Foster Care. He came in as well with another high roller performance. This isn't his first time here, but he had a lot of guys in double digits, led by Demarius Thomas with 36 points. He had Antonio Brown with 24. His receivers are definitely the core of his ball club. His defense and kicker, 19 apiece. He's just getting efforts from everywhere. So that's coaching right there. When you have a kicker and your defense scoring high points week after week. So congratulations to Aaron Foster Care on that. Guys, these guys are regulars, man, in the cellar. It's really not much to talk about. We already know, give these guys a shot. I have no, Hendall, Susie Smaggers, and Team Will Pauls. Team Will Pauls didn't make it here. He should have, but Hendall, Susie Smaggers, and Picasso, baby. 64 and 65 points respectively. Goodness gracious, man. Hendall actually had a 20 and a 17 point performer, but he had a -3. And everybody else is just under 8. Just not gonna get done. But he's had a string of bad luck, but sometimes, man, luck is all about preparation and opportunity, man. And I don't know if he's preparing his team. I don't know what's going on over there in Cleveland. But it's do or die this week for those guys. And Picasso, baby. They talked a lot of Smith coming into this week. Not a lot, but they made a couple of statements that the coaches cadets were well aware of, and they just didn't back it up at all. They had 6 guys under 10. Well, 7 guys, 8 guys 11 and under. Come on, man. That's not going to win anywhere. That's not going to win in the standard scoring. But those are cellar dwellers and high rollers. Hopefully, the cellar, you guys don't stay there. But the high rollers, it's just the same guys week after week after week. But congratulations to everybody. So let's look at the rankings. Once again, I'm doing the rankings myself. Just taking a look at how everybody's doing week after week. At number 5, I want to congratulate Lynch Mob for making our rankings for the first time. I don't know if it's this year, but in a while. Those guys have made a lot of good trades, and they look like hitters. They're 5-5. They had a tough loss this week to SWAT Kings, but man, they're really scoring some points and they're shoring up some positions. They got great receivers. They got great running backs. Now they're just trying to shore up a couple more positions. Got a really good quarterback, so they're just trying to, getting ready for the tournament. But congratulations, Lynch Mob and Camp Creek Cartel. These guys, man, this is an interesting story with these guys, man. They play well week after week after week, but it seems like they're always in a do or die situation, but they've been prevailing these close games. Hopefully, they can catch a break and get rolling. They got some injuries, but it's that time. Percy's coming back, so I look for Camp Creek to do some great things moving forward as well. And foster care, we moved them from 4 to 3. Last week we had them at 4. We switched spots with Camp Creek. They came in with a big, huge 150-plus point performance. They were high rollers this past week. They're solid all the way around. Just made a big trade for a quarterback. They're looking to make a move here, and we're looking out for them. I'll tell you that. And they want to get that number 2 seed. They're looking to get SWAT Kings and get that number 2 seed in the division champions. So we'll see what's going to happen with them. The SWAT Kings, they've been solid all year. They've had a lot of, it seems like they're buys. I don't know, it seems like they have more buys than everybody. It's just weird. But they had a couple of injuries, made some trades to, alleviate their depth. But, we're coming down to the team best on best is about to happen after this week. So SWAT Kings coming to number 2, leading their division. Congratulations. Number 2 in the lead in scoring. Then the Coaches Cadets. We've won 17 out of 18 games. Leading the league in scoring. We're 9-1. We're defending champions. Everybody tries to give us their best shot each week, and we accept the challenge every week except one this year. Shout out to SWAT Kings for beating us early this year. Really, kept us humble and got us more hungry. But we're just rolling along. We know what's important, the tournament, and we're looking forward to getting there. Let's take a look real quick. Before we take a look at the playoff outlook, I want to give send my condolences out to Team Wood Paws. I want to also thank you for everything that you've done for this league here in 2013. You didn't quite make it to 14 this year, but after your loss last week, you've been officially eliminated from playoff contention. So you will not be receiving any invite. So you don't have to send us your address or anything because you don't have to worry about getting anything in the mail from us. But what we'll do, we'll make sure that you guys get a parting gift. Youth Passing League is going to send you guys a thank you bag for participating in this week's season. Inside that bag, you can get a lovely... The lovely guys over at Morehouse Maroon Paws, not the lovely guys, but the lovely school. The Morehouse Maroon Tigers are going to send you a nice maroon tiger towel. I'm sure that you've had some long nights. It's going to help you wipe away tears. I don't know, I don't know what this can do for you, but congratulations. We really appreciate everything you've done for our league. Team with Paws brought a lot of laughter, brought a lot of, controversy. But we thank you what you've done this year, and I'm sure every other team in the league, besides the only team that you beat, thanks you as well for being a participant. I know the Coaches Cadets really appreciate you being on their schedule. But thank you once again, Team Will Paws. And let's look at the playoff outlook, guys. Man, I tell you what. Last week I thought there was only going to be 9 teams vying for 8 spots, but after some things that happened last week, man, the playoffs is. A lot of things can happen, man. We got 8 teams within 2 games. You look at the Coaches Cadets, it's SWAT Kings set 91-7-3. Then you got the number 10 and 11 seed. They say who that and Picasso Baby. They're 4-6. And then you got Houston Hustlers and Aaron Foster 6-4. So it's 3 games left. You guys do the math. Those teams at number 3 seed could lose out, and Picasso Baby can win out, and then they're right there. So a lot can happen these last few weeks. Especially with these 5-5 and 4-6 teams. There's 4 teams that are 5-5. Lynch Mob, Ground and Pound, Camp Creek Cartel all aboard. We got they say who that at 4-6, Picasso Baby at 4-6. Whew, it's gonna be tough. And I tell you what, man. I look out for they say who that. Right now, currently, they're number 1, 2, 3, 4. They're number 6 in the league in scoring. So even though they're the number. Even though they're the number 9 seed right now, they're 6 in scoring. So they're putting up points. They got Drew Brees. They got Eric Decker. They got some really Antonio Gates. They got some really good players. So I wouldn't look. Some losses. Lynch Mob, Ground and Pound, all lost last week. Put them at 5-5, and those guys are knocking on their door, man. So they say who they are. I'm looking for those guys to possibly sneak in this tournament and make some noise. Picasso Baby, they're 4-6. They got a low point total. Hendall Sushi Smackers is 3-7. They're not eliminated from contention. But both of those guys have low point totals. I don't think Hendall can get in with 7 wins because with his low point total. But Picasso Baby, if he can win out, 6 losses were 7 wins would get you in. I know that. 7 wins would get you in the playoffs for sure, especially even with his point total. So Picasso pretty much needs to win out. Hendall, they need to score about 200 a week. Their injuries, I don't know if that's going to happen. But Youth Passing League has not sent you a prize pack yet, so you guys are still alive. Congratulations. And then you look at the 5-5 teams. You got Lynch Mob, which is and Camp Creek. Those guys are performing at a high level, but their record is not saying so. That's the only thing that matters is wins and losses for the most part. You got Ground and Pound. I mean, they're all aboard. I think those two teams are the epitome of average. No shade to those guys, but they have a good week, a bad week, a good week. But they had a great game last week, and they put all aboard right back in it. Good Ground and Pound away. And, the Ground and Pound is the toughest schedule to end the season. Let's look at Ground and Pound schedule. To end the season, they got SWAT Kings this week, the number 2 overall seed, number 2 in the rankings. They got the Coaches Cadets, number 1 overall seed, number 1 in the division. The following week, then they got Houston Hustlers. I believe they're number 4 seed right now. They don't have a cakewalk. Those teams are 4, 8. So that's 12 plus 4. There's 16 games over 500. Good luck, Ground and Pound. That's all I got for you. So you might want to shut the fuck up sometimes and get your team ready to play, because you got an uphill battle here. Let's see. Let's look at what else we have here. All aboard. Let's look at their schedule. All aboard remaining. They have Houston Hustlers, SWAT Kings, they're in foster care. Their schedule's not easy either. So if I'm Picasso, baby, if I'm They Say Who That, I would be trying to control what I can control in the team in front of me, because these teams ahead of us got really tough schedules. Let's look at Camp Creek Cartel schedule. Camp Creek remaining, got Lynch Mob, Hen Dog, and SWAT. I mean, good gracious, man. It just doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easy. Everybody are playing tough teams, man. Seems like everybody has SWAT, Lynch, Cadets. Everybody has some tough games on their schedule. And let's look at Lynch Mob. They have Camp Creek Cartel. They see coach. I mean, good gracious, man. There's no days off. I tell you what, whoever's bringing their sack lunch these last 3 weeks is gonna make the playoffs, and that's just the bottom line. Because it looks like some guys are gonna be fighting, but it's tight, man. It's tight. We're not gonna say who's in, who's out, but watch out for They Say Who That. I'll tell you that. You watch out, and everybody pretty much controls their own destiny. Besides They Say Who That and Picasso Baby and Hen-Dog Susie Smackers, obviously. But we'll see what happens. Now, quickly to end the show, we'll take a look at the matchups this week, week 11 here. I think we'll look right now. Let's look at I think the game of the week is Lynch Mob versus Camp Creek Cartel. I mean, it's a lot riding on this game. Both teams are having a fairly good season, but their record's not really showing as well as they're playing. Gotta stay over 500. Gotta stay over 500. That's a big game for those two guys. I don't know if there's many buys. Let's take a look if they have many buys. Camp Creek Cartel has buys. They do have 3 huge buys. So let's Lynch Mob see if they can pull this out. Another game, a big game on the radar this week. Aaron Foster Care and Coaches Cadets. It's a lot bigger for Aaron Foster Care than Coaches Cadets, just because Aaron Foster is trying to get at the top of their division. Coaches Cadets have been working hard this week, because if we win this week, we'll clinch the number 1 overall seed. We'll clinch our division and possibly number 1 overall seed. So it's a big game. Ground and Pound SWAT Kings, according to the guys in Southwest Atlanta, this is their homecoming. So congratulations to all their alumni who are coming back to the games. I know they're having a good fun week partying. And it looks like they picked Ground and Pound as their opponent. There's not much respect shown here from SWAT to Ground and Pound. We'll see if Ground and Pound responds. It's going to be a close game. I mean, it could be. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's going to be close, but we'll see if Ground and Pound responds. We got They Say Who That Picasso Baby. I mean, the loser's pretty much out. The winner control. I'm not gonna say controls their own destiny, but the winner is going to make some guys nervous. So unfortunately for those 5-5 teams, one of these 4 and 6 teams is definitely going to win this week. So those 5-5 teams got to win, or somebody's going to be coming up, underneath them in the standings. Pause. Excuse me. Not this. I'm just not going to respond to that. All right. Quickly, we got Houston Hustlers and all aboard. Big game, big game. Houston Hustlers are sliding there. I mean, they got a lot of injuries and they're not really doing anything about it. All aboard. If they get this 6th win, I think they'll be in good shape. And lastly, we got Team Wood Paws and Hen Dog Sushi Smackers. Is Hen Dog going to prolong the season any longer, or Team Wood going to put them out of their misery? Team Wood going to take their parting gift and just be done with it. Going towards basketball. Who knows? But that'll wrap it up for our show this week, man. It's going to be a fun week to pay attention to. We have a big opponent, Aaron Foster Care. We're ready for him. We're getting ready for him, and we know they're getting ready for us. It's got a lot of big games. Good luck to you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Playoffs, baby. Playoffs, 3 weeks away. Take care.